you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing Supercab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the Supercab app today. Supercab, your ride, your way.
Ladies and gentlemen, queens and kings of purpose, welcome to the Taraba Human Rights International Film Festival 2025, where nearly 100 powerful minds, dreamers, doers, and defenders of humanity will be gathered at Taraba 2025. And I say to them, welcome to the spark before the wildfire and to the heartbeat.
Good morning. Welcome to the Psalm TV morning show. And as the great Zik of Africa, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe once said, show the light and the people will find the way. I am Abraham Minor Joda, and at Psalm TV, our mission each morning is to shine that light, bringing you clarity, context, and conversations that guide the way to informed leadership and responsible citizenship, and also to make you a better person. So let's begin today's journey together. And joining me to begin today's journey together is the Director of Public Affairs and News on Psalm TV, Mr. Radan Epokwe. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning to you out there. And good morning, Mr. Abraham.
Oh, yeah. It is a great day. And also a wet Thursday morning.
Very, very
in the city of Jalingo.
Yes, it has been raining since last night until this morning. So we thank God for the showers of rain. We say, may there be no flood.
Oh, well, that is our prayers. Now let us go to the, the weather report. Let's look at the weather for today. The Nigeria weather report for today, 4th of Thursday, 4th of September 2025. For Jalingo, it's 22 degrees Celsius, mild and cool condition, and it's drizzling in the city of Jalingo right away. About 22 degrees Celsius, comfortable with light cloud cover. Lagos this morning is 24 degrees, warm and humid weather out there. And let's look at other cities across Nigeria. Belkuta, 23 degrees. Alimosho in Lagos State, 24 degrees. Amuwodofin in Alimosho, 24 degrees. Benin City, 23. Calabar, 24. Enugu, 23. Ibadan, 23 degrees Celsius. Ilorin, 22 degrees Celsius. Isolo, also in Lagos, 24 degrees Celsius. Just the coolest for today at 19 degrees Celsius. Kaduna, 21 degrees Celsius. Kano, 22 degrees Celsius. Katsina is at 22 degrees Celsius. Maiduguri is at 23 degrees Celsius. Ogbomoso is at 22 degrees Celsius. Osogbo, 22 degrees Celsius. Port Harcourt, 23 degrees. Sokoto, 23 degrees. So from the forecast so far, I think Lagos should be the hottest part of Nigeria this morning. So temperatures across Nigeria remains largely moderate, ranging between 90 degrees Celsius in Jos and 24 in coastal cities like Lagos and Calabar. So expect warm, humid conditions in the south, cooler weather in the north central, relatively dark skies across the northwest. So that is the weather report on Psalm TV. So without much ado, let us go to the newspapers. The papers this morning. So we'll start with the Guardian. Let's start with the Guardian. Well, on the Guardian, they say non-oil growth account for 20 trillion income, says presidency. News is on page 7. The constitutional review. Abbas unveiled proposed amendment to Southern stakeholders. You can read that story on page 3 of The Guardian. And DSS arraigns 9 suspects over Benue Plateau killings. The story is on page 29 of The Guardian. And ADC faults Tinubu's charity plan for National Library. News is on page 5. The digital lenders face 100 million fine for consumer abuse data privacy violation. Stories on page 15. And Zulum lead Northeast governors to Tinubu seek completion of 17 roads oil exploration. Stories on page 6. Meanwhile, our airline operators defend discriminatory expensive Yuletide flights tickets. Stories on page 15. Then poly lecturers may withdraw services after ultimatum. The contractors storm Abuja demand 4 trillion payment for completed projects. So the major headline on The Guardian: insecurity, federal government reopens debate on state police as Tinubu declare readiness. We'll take that story on The Guardian. Well, sorry, I think I have to take this again. Okay, yeah, here it is. The federal government made a significant shift on the controversial issue of state police yesterday after President Bola Tinubu declared the possibility of working with the National Assembly to design a framework that guarantees local ownership while ensuring political neutrality. Tinubu made the comments at the State House while receiving members of the Northeast Governors Forum led by Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum. The president, who commended the resilience and collaboration of governors in the Northeast, noted that despite daunting security and developmental challenges, the region make remarkable progress in stabilization, resettlement, and social services. Say, I've looked more carefully at the security situation. I see the effects of the efforts of civilian JTFs and communities. This has again provoked my thinking on state police. We can work with the National Assembly to design a framework that guarantees local ownership while ensuring political neutrality, the president declared. What's your take on this?
Yes, President Tinubu has said it all. The activities of organizations like civilian JTF, the Taraba Marshal, the Vigilantes, has given credence to the push for state police. I think it is, this call is even coming late.
Yeah.
Because this is light of the fact that every analysis has revealed that the present Nigerian security architecture is overstretched. There are instances where the military, the police, and the SSS, and all the security architecture have not been able to solve some major security concerns until they employ the services of these organizations we mentioned, the Taraba Marshal, the civilian JTF, and other organizations like that. So I think it is a move in the right direction. We know what it means for the president to be making statements like this.
Yes.
If he's going to pursue it to the letter, if he's going to harness all his energy towards the realization of this dream, there is hope that it is going to come true. This call has been there for years. I think as far back as 1999, we have been getting such calls. But I have not seen a situation where a sitting president will come out and issue statement like this. So this one is quite heavy. And we look forward to it seeing the light of the day so that at least we have this edge over terrorism, over this banditry, and other things like that. Because just like you've been seeing on other platforms, even on this morning show in time past, that you've seen organizations like that becoming very effective in curtailing security in Lagos and insecurity in Lagos and other places like that. So I think it's a step in the right direction.
And just like you said, Tinubu's bold declaration signals the end of buck passing after years of hesitation on the issue of insecurity. I don't know which criminal elements and non-state actors took control of ungoverned spaces across the country, turning them into havens for armed insurrection against Nigeria. So it's a bold call from the president there, and just like you say, you should muscle all resources to ensure that these see the lights of day in the shortest time possible. Going to Daily Trust, let's take the headline. I can end banditry in 2 months, Zamfara governor. That is from the Zamfara state governor. He said he can end banditry in 2 months. Let's look at how he intends to do that. The governor stated this as President Bola Ahmed Tinubu hinted that his administration will create state police to effectively address the security challenges across the country at a meeting with Katsina Edal at the presidential villa, Abuja. Governor Lawa said he is aware of the movements of every bandit kingpin operating in the state. In a viral clip, the governor explained that his major constraint is the ongoing fight against banditry, the lack of direct control over security agencies. He emphasized that the security chiefs in the state only take orders from Abuja, saying we have dozens of tracking facilities which we fixed across the state just to help monitor security in tracking the bandits. And he said, I quote him, I swear to Almighty Allah, wherever a bandit leader is located within the Zamfara state, I know it, and if he goes outside, I know. With my mobile phone, I can show you where these bandits are today, but we cannot do anything beyond our powers. So if today I have the power to give orders to security agencies, I can assure you when bandit trains out, I'll stay within 2 months. I think this statement, to me, I tend to agree with him that if a state governor is given the wherewithal, everything it needs, it will, maybe not in 2 months, but will be able to do much more on the issue of insecurity. And I think he has made this statement. It's a call directly to the president. He said the security only listen to orders from Abuja. The president should give a directive. Let's work with this man. Let's listen to him and see how it goes. And I think whatever it is that he wants to do, he should be given opportunity.
Yes, this statement is coming right at the heels of so many banditry attack in Zamfara. Now, for a sitting governor to be making statements like this, there is a need for the National Security Advisor, all the security architecture, the Chief of Defense, the Inspector General of Police, the Oga of the DSS, to come sit down with this man. Because I think the problem here is his complaint is about synergy.
Yes,
they are not on the same page. There is this
gaps and lapses.
Yes, and there is need for them to close up that gap as soon as possible, so that at least Zamfara, if not anywhere else, since the governor has this information and he has come out to say this is the way it is, they don't have to wait until we have state police. You understand? People are dying until we don't have to wait until state police come.
Because even the state police, if the federal police will still have much more facilities and spread and this, so they will still work together.
That is what, yeah, that is the truth. Even if the state police come, they will still have to synergize with the federal police, else they won't record any success. So I think they should look for him and see how they can close up the ranks and see how these people will be arrested and completely destroyed.
Well, let's go to the Punch. Let's just take the headline. APC opposition clash over federal government's revenue growth claim. Let's take that analysis on the Punch. The All Progressive Congress and opposition parties on Wednesday clashed over President Bola Tinubu's claim that Nigeria has already achieved its 2025 revenue target. While the APC insisted that the president has placed Nigeria on the path of economic recovery, the African Democratic Congress, Labour Party, New Nigerian People's Party, and the coalition of united political parties accused Tinubu of celebrating statistics while citizens struggle under severe economic hardship. Also, economists expressed skepticism about the president's assertion that the federal government has stopped borrowing locally, as they call for clarification from the managers of the economy. The expert points to the continuous debt market operations by the Debt Management Office and the Central Bank, questioning the president's assertion and its alignment with current economic realities. For Nigeria, for the years, Nigeria has depended heavily on crude oil, which accounts for about 70% of government revenue and 90% of foreign exchange earnings. Successive administration has repeatedly promised to diversify the economy, yet oil has remained the main source. So what's your take on this back and forth between the president and the opposition?
Well, the opposition is right to question the
Very.
usefulness of celebrating revenue growth when it is not translated to what the common man will see on the streets. Until we have this clarity, on the way these things is being explained on paper. We have it in reality. We have transport fare coming down. We have cost of living being affordable. Then all these things may not be important. It may not all go well. Though there are way you people will say, that is the economists and other experts will say, it has to be in that state first, then it will be translated. We're waiting for lives of Nigerians becoming better, cost of transportation becoming lower, and the cost of living, even accessing medical facilities and other things, are actually quite expensive. So we look forward to life of Nigerians becoming better as a result of what the president has said. Let it not be that we've had these things, it's on the news, and everybody is talking about it, it's on the cover of the newspaper. Then translation into the realities is not there. It becomes something else.
Okay, well, like just I say, they say for years Nigeria has depended heavily on crude oil, which accounts for about 70% of government revenue and over 90% of foreign exchange earnings. Successive government repeatedly promised to deliver the economy, yet oil has remained the main source. So this is where I would like to say something then. We will build on it after we'll take a break and build on it. We have resources in Nigeria that can give us as much as oil does, but
of course,
successive government, both at the state and the federal, have not worked on it. And one of such is cocoa.
Yeah, that's
cocoa is one of the countries like Cote d'Ivoire survives on cocoa, amongst other things. So today, we will be bringing someone who will be speaking on the potentials of cocoa in Taraba State. So we'll go for a break. When we come back, we will take, the guest should be here and he'll be speaking on the potentials of cocoa, which is one of the things that should be earning the federal government, Nigeria, and also the state of Taraba, dollars, cocoa dollars. That's what it should be called. Yeah. So we'll go for a short break. When we come back, Morning Show on Some TV continues.
Ladies and gentlemen, queens and kings of purpose, welcome to the Taraba Human Rights International Film Festival 2025, where nearly 100 powerful minds, dreamers, doers, and defenders of humanity will be gathered at Taraba 2025. And I say to them, welcome to the spark before the wildfire and to the heartbeat of a legacy. Prince Homsuk Alex Jibrin is my name. I am the greatest grandson to the 23rd Longwo, third son to the Kanai of the Ko chiefdom, and a true prince to the house of Mamen. At Tarif, we will not only be telling stories, but we will be reviving the very soul of the people through film. In September 2025, Taraba will rise again as we invite you to experience, explore, and invest in the greatest epic film ever in the Kumbo Legacy Workshop. And this is where ancient tradition will meet with modern transformation. Because at Tarif, we shall be celebrating the strength, wisdom, and heritage of the greatest empire that has ever existed in West African history. And tomorrow, we shall immortalize it in art, film, and in fire. So storytellers, stand tall. The legacy is calling. Will you answer? Welcome to Tarif 2025. Let the revolution begin.
In today's digital age, staying ahead of the curve is crucial for success. Taraba Business School is committed to empowering the next generation of leaders with the skills they need to thrive. We present to you our special computer training exclusively designed for SS3 and JSS3 graduates. Our comprehensive program covers a wide range of topics, including Microsoft Word, master the art of document creation and editing, unlock the power of data analysis and visualization, Microsoft Access, learn to manage and analyze database, Microsoft PowerPoint, create stunning presentations that captivate audiences, graphic design using CorelDRAW, unleash your creativity and design skills, Photoshop, enhance your image editing skills and create stunning visuals, programming using web design, build dynamic websites and web applications, database development, learn to design and manage databases, UI/UX design, create user-friendly and intuitive interfaces. At the Taraba Business School, we believe in creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Our experienced instructors will guide you every step of the way, providing you with hands-on training and mentorship. Don't miss this opportunity to gain a competitive edge. Contact us today to learn more about our program and register for the next session. Call 080-6026-9140, 070-6342-8464, or 090-1010-8844 between 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. Taraba Business School, creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Join us today and unlock your full potential. Taraba Business School, opposite Civil Service Commission, Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. Empower yourself with the skills of the future. Register now.
Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing SuperCab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the SuperCab app today. SuperCab, your ride your way.
Wukari, rising from the ruined. A town with rich cultural and great historical heritage, being one of the major routes of the Sahara trade from Africa to Europe. It serves as the headquarters of the famous Korarafa Kingdom and later the administrative capital of the Wukari Federation during the colonial era, giving it the advantage of becoming one of the most advanced cities in Nigeria with one of the best architectural master plans, modern infrastructure and basic amenities, schools and hospitals. Though battered by the storms of conflicts and crisis for the past decade, it still retains the evidence of potential as seen by the structures of old institutions like the Divisional Library Service Wukari, established in 1975, the Water Board, the Telecommunications Mast of Nitel, Taraba State Radio Broadcasting Station and substation of the NTA, among many other government establishments. Far from being just a government city, Wukari was a center of great commercial activities and still serves as a major hub for the production and distribution of food and other agricultural products, not only in Nigeria, but across Africa and beyond. Today, there are signs of restoration across the land as witnessed by establishments of key developmental institutions like the Federal University Wukari, Korarafa University, Open University and many more in the making. The Federal University Teaching Hospital also opened as a fresh corridor of the improvement of health sciences and services available for people in this region. With the return of peace and security, all is not set for Wukari to ascend to its destined heights of being a true channel of cultural, commercial blessings and the leading light of positive, productive and progressive civilization to indigenous people of the world. This can be achieved by unleashing the creative potential of the young generation, giving them the necessary platforms to create narrative that represents the true value and excellent moral quality of the Kwararafa clan, which is in dire need in today's world of rampant criminality, substance abuse, and other wasteful vices among the young population. So it's safe to say that resurrection of Wukari is for the redemption of its generation that is at the verge of destruction due to the scourge of corruption. And this is being championed by His Excellency Honorable Agbu Dauda Samaila, the chairman Wukari local government with the support of paramount leader of Kwararafa Kingdom and chairman Taraba State Council of Chief, His Royal Highness Dr. Ishaku Ada Ali, the Amataki train of Wukari. We're moving forward to greater heights according to the vision of His Excellency Dr. Agbu Kefas, the Executive Governor of Taraba State.
Welcome back to the Sun TV morning show, and it's a show whereby you get educated, you get informed, you get inspired, and you get whatever it is you need from fresh morning shows anywhere in the world. And I'm still with me is Mr. Radani Kukwe, is here with me. And before we went on that break, we're talking about how Nigeria has been so much dependent on oil, which are crude oil, which accounts for 70% of its revenue, while it also accounts for 90% of the foreign exchange for Nigeria. And for years, successive governments have talked about Nigeria diversifying its economy, but it seems the more they speak about it, the more we depend on crude. And if you look at Nigeria, we are blessed with abundant resources, abundant natural resources in the area of agriculture, mineral resources, and we should be able to live without being so much dependent on crude oil. So today we are going to looking at one of those resources, one of those commodities that can make Nigeria, make Taraba a very much better place. So today in the studio, we'll bring to you someone who is a commodity merchant, an export and developer. The person is Mr. Akinyelure Adebayo Ogunyeye. He's the CEO of Integrated Biko Agro-Business Limited. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Thank you.
You are welcome to
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Show.
Thank you, sir.
It's a rainy day in Jalingo.
Yes.
We are enjoying the
Yes,
weather.
we are enjoying it. Thank you, first of all, sir.
Okay. So, sir, who is, first of all, for our girls to know, who is Mr. Akinyelure Adebayo Ogunyeye?
Thank you.
What is Integrated Beko Agro-Business Limited all about?
Thank you very much. My name is Akinyelure Adebayo Ogunyeye, the Managing Director of Integrated Beko Agro-Business Nigeria Limited. We are into commodity. We are farm developer. We prepared seedlings, cash crop seedlings like cocoa, coffee, cashew, palm, and other seedlings. So for farmers and for state government and for federal government. And then we have in Taraba now.
Okay.
In Taraba, the state government invited our company to prepare cash crop seedlings for the state, because the state governor is looking at the area of investment. people are looking at people that a governor that will give them fish. The Governor Tefas is looking at how he will be able to teach them how to fish. Like, okay, let's go to cocoa, or let's make talk about the cash crops crop farming, like cocoa, coffee, cashew, and palm oil. The governor now distributed about 300,000 cocoa seedlings to farmers in the state now.
Wow, that's quite interesting.
The whole nation, that is from Cocoa Research Institute of Nigeria, the whole federal Ministry of Agriculture distributed 300,000 as well. And Taraba State, yes, the whole country. While Taraba State only distributed 300,000. That means if we can continue planting like this for 3 years, because all this cocoa are high yield cocoa, it's just for 18 months. That is, yes, after 18 months, it will be producing. So the governor is looking at how he will be able to teach people how to fish, not to give them fish. There are, you see, youths in the labor market now. A lot of graduates, people without job. But if you can get up to 200 or 300 seedlings of cocoa, you plant it, you integrate it, you can plant it along with cashew, with a palm tree. You can plant it along with palm tree. That will give you close to 5 or 6 bags within 2 years or 3 years, because the maturity time, when it real time for it to be producing well, is 2.5 years. But it will start producing from 18. So if you can have up to 2 or 3, 4, 5 bags of cocoa, that means you are having about 10 million naira. So with 10 million naira, because a bag of cocoa, as at January, before the price came down, was around 1.2 million. 1.2 million, if you have 10 bags, that means you are having 12 million. 12 million, you'll be able to take care of yourself, your children's education, your welfare, your health, and everything. And at the same time, because it's not everywhere, the cocoa is being planted in about 6 local governments in Taraba. Okay. And that 6 local government is more. Let us know. Yes, that is in Krumi, Takum, Donga, Usa, and 2 others. Yeah. Only Krumi and Takum. The landmass in Krumi and Takum is more than the old landmass in where they are planting cocoa in Nondo and Nochum put together. The implication of planting cocoa in all this area is that if they can key to it within the next 4 years, Taraba will have cocoa more than Ondo State and Ochum put together. Because they are producing about 80,000 tons now in Ondo, Ochum about 40,000 tons. And if with the rate that the rate of planting that the governor is encouraging farmers to do more now, Taraba will have more than 150,000 tons between now and 2030. So if we keep to it. And that means it's not everybody that can plant cocoa. There are some areas that are good for cashew, some area for coffee, like this the Mabula Plateau area. Is coffee. The governor we are proposing 200,000 seedlings of coffee there now. Then in Ukari, Bali, and some other area, you can plant cashew. So if they can plant cashew in that area to Kente area, there is a forest along that axis in Kente and Donga area. If you can plant up to 3 million cashew, then the state government will be having revenue on this thing, and people they will be employed, self-employment, not going to government house to be looking for money. No, you will be able to feed yourself. You'll be able to control yourself, because if you don't have money, you can't control yourself. Yes, it is when you have money you'll be saying, okay, these are my children. I want my children to go to the best school. I want my wife to go to the best hospital, and my children. That is it. And the next thing is that there will be investors will come in. By the time you have cocoa, the state is producing neighborhood of 10,000 to 12,000 now. 1,000 tons of cocoa now. By the time the investor comes in, there will be warehouses, not warehouse, in Jalingo here. Exporters will come in like Cargill, Olam's, and other exporters. They will come in to invest. They would like to buy cocoa. Because all this cocoa they are producing here now, they are taking it to either this Cross River or Southwest to sell before people will get money back. So the best thing for them is to have the warehouse here. Then government will be able to, you see, warehouse there will be people that will be working in that warehouse. Then if 300,000 people are planting cocoa now, and they are getting up to, let's say, 100,000 tons. The whole thing will flow around. The food vendors, the bricklayers, people will be coming, they will be saying, I want to build. You see hospital will be filled. People from Abuja, Taraba people that are running to Abuja will come back to come and work here, because some of them are suffering in the state in Abuja. They want to go and work in Lagos but the government is trying to bring the work back to the community, to Taraba community, so that you'll be able to have the sense of belonging in your place. Then the warehousing, you know, the Taraba state, like these investors we are talking about, we need cocoa buyers that will stay in Taraba and be buying. That is why I say warehousing. People will move cocoa from here, from Takum or from Krumi down to Southwest or to Cross River. Cocoa that they are taking there will be graded in the name of those states, not in the name of, not for Taraba state. So the federal government doesn't recognize Taraba as a cocoa producing state, because the cocoa they are producing here is like they will buy from here, the buyers will buy from here ungraded, take it down to their state, grade it there, join it with their own state, cocoa. Then when you are taking it to Lagos, the federal produce will record. The record will be that all these cocoa are from Ondo State. Meanwhile, 30 or 20% of the cocoa they are from Taraba. So there is no record for Taraba as a cocoa producing state in the Federal Ministry of Agric. That is why you don't enjoy, Taraba is not enjoying cocoa buffer. The money, yes, because whatever you said, they have to give you some back for you to develop the farming business. So the African Development Bank, they are there. The World Bank will give money for this, and the overseas buyers, we have to give money back to each state as per the numbers of percentage of cocoa you are producing, for you to be able to develop your farming. That is, they will send it to the Ministry of Agric. So we are looking at here is the grading papers. We have to have, you should be grading papers for it. Evacuation, yes, for Taraba State grading papers, Taraba State grading seals, Taraba State evacuation papers. That is the time people will buy cocoa safely from here. All these roadblocks, all these produce of it, all those illegal, this thing will not be there again. Because if you grade, because every buyer must be registered. You have to come and register with the state government.
That's revenue to the state.
Yes, you have to, each buyer, not as CAN, not as Cocoa Farmers Association, not as CFAN. Cocoa Farmers Association are on their own. It's a different body. But when you want to buy cocoa, you don't have the only business you have with government is first to register. As broker, you have to register with the farmer. Even the farmers have to register with the state government because they are expecting something back from the state government. Like, take for example, Governor Kevas has just distributed 300,000. The money is from a source that he used to raise all these seedlings. But when by the time they give you they want to distribute this 300,000, they have to identify farmers that are registered, that are serious to plant the cocoa. They will be sure these people are the cocoa farmers. You have to register with the government with some amount, so that by the time the government is ready to give fertilizer, give chemicals, give seedlings, they will be able to identify these are the real farmers we are dealing with. Then the plan of the governor for 2026 on the area I'm talking about on coffee and cashew is to raise 1 million seedlings of cocoa this year now, for next season, which is 2026, to add value to the cocoa farmers. And cashew is about 600,000. That is in Kente, Usa, Donga, Ukariasis, and Balia area. So these areas, if there is cashew, a ton of cashew is about 4 million now. So if you are having just 50 trees of cashew, you will raise a ton in a season. If you raise a ton, you are having 4 million, apart from the rice or the corn you are selling. That one will add value to the farming you are doing. And the government is they are looking at the area that, okay, farming, you have to diversify your farming business. Some people will go into fishery, some people to piggery, some people to cocoa, some people to farming, to coffee. That is how the whole thing, the people will be able to have employment on their own. You'll be self-employed, not that you'll be running up and down with a certificate. Your certificate in China, if you are most of the Chinese people you are looking at, they are not working under the government. All these investors, all these people that are building roads, they are not working under the government. It's self-employment. It is from self-employment that you can sit down and think of what to do next. It is then you can add value to your own life. But people go to are looking for government employment because if anything you do is what they will give you the money. They will just sit down there and be look. But here, if you have your own job, you'll be able to go there and you'll be serious about your work. Then your children will come and look at how you are behaving in the place of your work. That is what you will teach them also in their own field tomorrow. The reason why we are not getting it right is because we believe government work is when I'm 35 years, my salary will just come anytime. They will pay me my salary if I don't do. That is it. But if you are working as a farmer, you will be there to see how what you are doing is growing, and you'll be serious about it. So we need to move near to the government that are serious. Governor Kevas is serious about giving you, teaching you how to fish, not giving you fish. Okay, let us believe that they want to give, Taraba is more than 1 million. What if the government, the allocation of every month, they are giving 5,000? Within 2-3 days, you finish it. But it's trying to raise everybody so that you'll be able to have the work that will be able to take care of you and your children. So that is the whole thing. And in the diversification on oil sector, you know, in the old Western region, if you look at Chief Awolowo, the way Awolowo prepare or arrange cocoa farming there is what they relied on till today.
Yes. Look at cocoa house.
Yeah, look, even apart from the cocoa house, the IGR of Ondo State, apart from oil, is more than 4 billion on cocoa. on cocoa, not on palm something, because when we say cash crop, when you are not talking of that palm oil. Apart from palm oil, you get from palm nut, you get the palm nut that you can use to prepare vegetable oil. Apart from that, you now get the end product that you use to feed pigs. That is what they are. So all these things have made people in my own town in Idari. People there is no government present. We are not expecting anything from government except road and social amenities. But Idari people believe that if I can go to my farm, I will come back and have some money in my hand. Because I'm having cocoa, if as a graduate, after your graduation, you come back. There's no job there's no job in the labor market. You come back to your town and they give out them land and look for how they can catch fish by themselves. Not how they will be able to give them fish. Because there's no how many fish in the river that you will be able to give, that will be able to give up to 6.something billion people on earth. If you want to give them fish. Yes. You want to give, what is the budget of even the Federal Republic of Nigeria? That Tinubu will give money out to everybody. The only thing is for us to sit down and work. Then you have money. Then about the investors that the state is talking about, what we need to do about the issue of the investors, we need local investors. It is then the big investors will be coming in. Okay, take for example, if the buyers are interested in start buying cocoa, having warehouse here, you see Cargill is a big company. They have overseas buyers. They will come. The white men will come and establish here. Cocoa industry will be here. Everything will be here. There's no Mr. Biggs here. There's no ShopRite here. It is then the white people that are investors will come. Not Dangote cannot just come here. Okay, look at the rice we are talking. The rice they are planting here is what Lagos and Kebbi are using to say this is the rice we are producing as lake rice. It's priced from Taraba. It's because the way they have not been able to get the revenue aspect of the something right. That is why I said a ton of cocoa now to grade it is about 20,000. So if you get the trailer, that will be around 600,000. Yes. And that means Taraba is losing on that 12 tons they are talking about. They are looking more than close to 300 or 400 million every year on grading, apart from on grading alone. That is based on the cocoa they produced last year, not this year, because the cocoa is rising. Then, apart from the evacuation paper, apart from the registration, apart from the scale registration, apart from farmers themselves registration, every farmer has to be registered. So these are the area where the government needs to work on. That is the time we'll be able to get it right.
Thank you very much. You've really opened up our eyes to a lot of things concerning cocoa. I really appreciate that, because if you look at the value chain of cocoa, it is not this what they call one naira.
Yeah. No.
$1.
It's a dollar issue.
$1 billion.
Yeah.
Just grading alone. He said it like the money that we made monthly on grading.
Yes.
On scaling, on this and that, registration and the rest of it, and also investors will come in, grants will be coming in from the World Bank for the
yes.
So for now, Taraba is not known as a cocoa producer.
No.
But the governor is working towards
that. The governor is working towards that.
Where was this 300,000 cocoa hybrid seedlings? Where were they distributed?
It was distributed in Kurumi local government. That is in Baisa.
Baisa.
Yes.
That is great. Well, I think we really appreciate you very much. Yes. Is there anything else you want to add to this?
What I want to add is an advice to government and to our people. The people are the most important people in this in this advice I want to give. That whatever they give you, the government is saying go and plant. Immediately, if they give each person 300 seedlings this year, I told them when I was teaching them out, training them how to plant, you can still go now. This is September. You can still start and plant seed now. You can start planting seed now as September. Then you have to have time to work on whatever you have planted during the dry season. During the dry season, go and prepare yourself. If this, because of the global warming, you know the problem we're having is this deforestation. That is why the government is trying to introduce agroforestry. They are going to give you cocoa, they give you cashew, they give you coffee, then they will give you some trees along the line that you will plant, you interplant inside those things, so as to it will be able to provide shade for all those things, because cocoa doesn't like direct sunlight. So, and even everything, and that global warming is what is affecting now. So, and during the dry season, you have to have time, spending the time, the trees, and cutting of trees have to be discouraged. The way they are felling, or it's illegal felling and all these things, and bush burning. We have to stop bush burning. Bush burning is destroyed fertility of the soil, destroy the wood, the trees that is trying to develop. Because if you should leave a place, let's say we clear a place now, you are planting there or you are doing anything, leave the place for like 10 or 15 years. You see the trees will come up again. And so, if bush burning is the only thing that can be destroying all those things. So what we need to do is to stop bush burning. The government have to, there should be a law that will protect the farmers or farming against bush burning. That is it. Then these the buyers, this LBA, the licensed buying agent, some people are fearing to drop their money or invest their money because people will take the money and they won't come back. What the Ondo State is doing is that there is edit, cocoa edit. There is cocoa edit. Immediately you collect money. That time, people will collect money from him, and run away. So the government now all the investors were running away. The government now invited them and said, okay, what we do is there will be cocoa edit. Anybody that collects cocoa money and run away, we are going to sell it. It's the property, maybe the father's property, and pay back. That is it. So that since then, you see Kagil, you see India and Nefman, you see Olam, you see Agro, you see a lot of people rushing to Ondo and Cross River and other area to buy cocoa. So the advice I want to say is that if they give you cocoa, go and plant. People will be thinking, how can I stand for 3 or 18 months before I will get more? No, start planting. You plant gari, you plant masara, you plant your groundnut. Leave that one to be growing. Within 2 years, you start reaping it. So this is the advice I can give that I think we add value to the farming business in the state. Thank you.
After all, what is the use of farming maize and getting peanuts than to farm cocoa? Then after 2 years, you reap in millions.
Yes.
You can stay and suffer a little.
Yes.
Then after some time, you benefit from.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
and
sir.
let me tell you something. It's from Idori.
Yes. Yes.
When he said Idori and he spoke about global warming, the Idori is known for the Idori Hills. Very beautiful.
Yes.
But with a lot of monkeys. Are those monkeys still at Idori?
They are. And we have lands to plant cocoa. Idori is
I've not finished eating the
No. And Idori is the highest cocoa producer in the whole country. Wow. Yes. In the whole country.
Very beautiful.
Yes.
Yes.
It's an independent town on its own. Yes.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And, we appreciate this.
Thank you.
I believe a lot of people now see what the government is doing concerning this 300,000 seedlings, hybrid seedlings to Tarabas. It's a very good one.
That is empowering about 300,000 Tarabans to start earning millions in a matter of maybe 2 years.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, well, this is where we draw the curtain again on this segment. We'll go for a break. When we come back, we'll have more to discuss on the morning show.
I'm a civilization. Welcome to Africa, where blasting doors in vibrance, the land of energetic warriors and powerful pulsars with their godless strength. Welcome to Africa, the home of aromatic flavor and undefeatable herbal medicine. Welcome to Africa, the home of immortal art, enduring innovation and architecture. Welcome to Africa, a model of a big brain and gloriousness. Africa, my home, home of beauty, home of power. Ladies and gentlemen, John Bull, whose Larry give five flower and color with beautiful names. My little apple of my eye, will you marry me?
Please don't waste my precious time with anyone and stop calling me without your power. My name is Laura and I am beautiful.
Larry, you will not understand. You know that I am a practice of Western culture, which does not require the pen of bread rice. Larry, you will not understand. You know that I am a practice of Western culture, which does not require the pen of bread rice. I didn't want to marry, but I cannot support the European culture, which is far bigger than African barbarism. I will never pay your bride price. Can you imagine why I pay a bride price to marry the one that I love? What's the Yoruba tradition? I can never be a part of such practice. This is barbarism. It's called.
Out of my way, put nourishment.
Maigari walks in with his car and condemns John Bull Western ideologies.
Kundiaro Marasawayo, which was people that he come and teach us about bright rice. I know again that he was one far. It cannot be possible for life. TV is better, pay is better, it's bread right in Maria. That we need to see the same go I am here.
Girma tabata agare kaya me martaba.
Amarya gobe za ka gidan su larai domin na gani kuma na so ko da laifi
a'a mai gida kuma kai daidai ne wallahi.
gari wani iri ne kuma ya gani a gidana yana so.
Ya ga larai ne kuma gaskiya ya aminta da ita ya ji yana son ta.
So thank you, I was very appreciative with that.
Larai, please come. Larai. So yanzu mun gode ga mu da ɗan kayan lefen mu kuma da sadakin mu a hannu.
To ba abin da zan ce sai godiya. Mai gari mun gode da sakonka. Kuma mun baka ita.
So mun gode za sanar wa mai gari. Larai sai wata rana, larai sai wata rana, fushin ta daga baki ne, fushin ta daga banza banza. Larai sai wata rana, larai sai wata rana, fushin ta daga baki ne, fushin ta daga banza banza. Larai sai wata rana, larai sai wata rana, fushin ta daga baki ne, fushin ta daga banza banza.
So it is true. Marry me, gonna because I pay your price. Is it true?
Yes, is it not an enough reason?
Please don't, please don't, please.
Ka fita da hanya na na dai gaya maka bakin mummunan bature.
Please don't, please, please, please.
Larai sai wata rana, larai sai wata rana, sai talaga baki ne, sai talaga banza banza. Larai sai wata rana, larai.
Welcome back to the morning show on Some TV. I'm Abraham Mane Joda. This is the Taraba News segment, and still with me is Mr. Radani Kukwen. This is where we will discuss issues that have to do with Taraba, and this we take it from the cover pages, from the pages of a Taraba newspaper, the most influential paper. Let me look at the editorial today on Taraba News. So when criticism becomes slander. They say I went to talk about where our democracy thrives on criticisms. Leaders must be questioned, their policies examined, and their decisions weighed against the collective good. But when criticism loses substance, slips into business attacks, it ceases to be democratic engagement and becomes slander. So the editorial speaks about the recent outburst by Sahara reporter Pobisha Omoyele Asure, branding Governor Abukevas of Taraba as useless, corrupt and inept. And a lot of people have been coming out and say, well, they're not against the criticism, but his choice of words are not words that should be used should be used in such a situation. So that is where the angle that also the Taraba News editorial is taking it from. I think that is one area that I totally disagree with Showore.
Yes, I disagree with Showore too, like many other Tarabans and many other Nigerians too, because his choice of words is not actually depicting that he's criticizing. It's like he has a score to settle, he's pursuing some personal vendetta or some issues that cannot be described as criticism. I want to posit that he have his own reasons for doing this, not for the intent of actually criticizing and seeing to it that better Taraba is unfolded. Okay. His choice of word has depicted that he's doing something other than criticism. That is just it.
Okay. And then we look at this. Let me take one write-up here by Honorable Terence Joseph. He says Showore's noisy insults cannot drown Taraba's steady progress. Honorable Terence here spoke about, he said, in the marketplace of ideas, noise often tries to pass for substance, but he used an African adage, which every empty barrels makes the loudest noise. So he say, he went forward to say, Governor Kevas, that within 2 years, charted a bold path for Taraba. He declared free and compulsory education for all. Honorable Terence talked about abolished school fees, digitalized the civil service payroll, And he went further to say Sowores was, by contrast, are like feathers scattered in the winds, dramatic but directionless. There's a place where once he spoke about that I really want to look. He said, while people, while Sowores saying the governor is inept, the students in those schools, the parents, those in higher institutions that are enjoying these entitlements, they are smiling at home, the pensioner who goes home. So Honorable Terence really was able to hit on the points that makes that criticism very, very unfair.
Yes, that is why I always want to read the submissions of Quincy Muri. He will always agree that the person I'm criticizing has done this good. You understand? Has done this good. So I agree with Terence. Terence just said the truth. If Sowore wants to criticize, he will not be using the choice of voice. He will not be using the methods. You understand? At least, if for nothing, Kefas has done something.
Yeah.
You understand? When you fought him, said, okay, Kefas has done this, and it is this good. Just that this. But he went on to say he's inept, he's corrupt, and other things like that. You don't just, okay, if this is going to be analyzed using the scope of law, why will you just label somebody that he's corrupt when there's no
I think
how do you, what is the definition on, what is it called? Ineptness. You understand? How do you go about describing somebody as inept? What are the parameters? You understand? So I think there is a need for him to come back and apologize, or maybe offer something better than he has offered.
Okay, let me take this last word from Honorable Joseph Terence. He said, he quoted Winston Churchill. He said, criticism may not be agreeable, but it is necessary. Necessary, yes, but only when it is rooted in truth and offered in good faith. So, well, I think Honorable Joseph Terence did well there. Now, let's go to another story where Taraba Governor used protocol officers as ambassadors of service. Governor Abu Kefas has described protocol officers as ambassadors whose roles are vital, smooth and effective coordination of events. And also to another story, NUJ paid courtesy visits to Federal Road Safety Commission to explore collaborative partnership. You see, the Nigerian Union of Journalists, NUJ, yesterday paid courtesy visit to the Federal Road Safety Corps Sector Commander RC 3.3 Taraba State, led by Comrade Matthew Elugen, our able chairman. He is a very able, also someone that I respect. His countenance is always that of, he is very humble. He receives people around him, Okay, and the collaboration was to explore potential collaborative opportunities, and the visit highlights the importance of partnership between media organizations and government agencies in promoting public awareness and safety initiatives.
Yes, when road safety needs the NUJ more than any other organization to be able to achieve its mandate. So there is a need for this synergy. So we commend our own dear comrade Matthew Elugen for this worldwide venture. Recently, he went to, he led the team of NUJ officials to the Taraba State Commissioner of Police to form another partnership, another synergy in fighting crime in Taraba State. So this is what organizations like this should pursue. Kudos to the Federal Road Safety Commission and kudos to the NUJ Taraba chapter, our own NUJ.
And we commended the Federal Road Safety for its relentless efforts in safeguarding lives and properties on Nigeria roads. So I say, well, kudos to the NUJ leadership and also the Federal Road Safety Corps sector.
I've noticed something with road safety for some time now. Anytime you see their siren blowing, at times in the night, around 11:30, 12, you see that the accident occurred somewhere and they were called. There's this way they will always go pick up those victims and carry them to the hospital.
They're almost like ambulance service.
Yes, they've been doing that, particularly in Jalingo. I've noticed the road safety in Jalingo have been. At times you see in those days, I think somewhere last year, around 12:30, they carried. I had this siren blowing. So when I consulted with one of them in the morning, he said accident occurred around Jalingo, Lankaviri Road. So they had to leave their office down off Wukari Road to Lankaviri, carrying the accident victims and taking them to the hospital like that. This life-saving activities is worthy of commendation.
Yeah, worthy of commendation for the Federal Road Safety Commission. So let's go to another agency now. ACRISA trains Taraba stakeholders on grievance GBV response. The Agro-Climatic Resilience and Semi-Arid Landscapes project in Taraba State has concluded a 2-day capacity building and community sensitization workshop on the grievance redress mechanism and gender-based violence. The training held at Star Exclusive Hotel Star Exclusive Hall in Jalingo brought together stakeholders from all 16 local governments of the state. Its aim was to strengthen participant capacity to resolve conflicts, address grievances, and promote peace, while also highlighting the vital role of community committees in ensuring accountability and smooth projects. Declaring the workshop open, the state project coordinator, Mr. Clement Yakubu Giwa, described the initiative as both timely and essential. He explained the effective grievance management is central to success of ACRISA, particularly implementing the resettlement action plan. Mr. Giwa also revealed that participants will be provided with digital tools to aid data collection and reporting, allow the project to monitor progress and enhance transparency. I think it's a very, very good one from ACRISA once again.
Yeah, I was trying to see how relevant is this to the mandate of ACRISA. Then somebody drew my attention to the fact that these are social tensions. When there is this gender-based violence, it generates social tensions, and social tensions has this bearing on maybe lands and other things that they pursue. So if somebody is violating his wife, maybe another female member of the society concerning land and other things like that, it has direct bearing on the mandate of ACRISA. So that is how they go about doing this, and it is a good thing. They didn't leave any aspect of it. They didn't ignore it. Even considering the fact that it is not directly under their mandate.
This is part of their corporate social responsibility as an organization.
So kudos to the
Let me just, the GRM consultant, Dr. Mary Bishop, urged committee members to be proactive in addressing complaints and ensuring prompt feedback. And participants expressed satisfaction with training, noting that the knowledge and tools gained will help them manage disputes more effectively and foster accountability within the communities. Well, with that, let's go to, this time around, the Taraba State Inland Revenue Service organized integrity and leadership training for senior staff, and a continual commitment to strengthening the capabilities and ethical standards of the personnel. The Taraba State Internal Revenue Service successfully conducted a one-day training session focused on integrity and leadership development for its senior staffs. The in-house capacity building workshop was a step-down training session led by the executive and amiable chairman of Brigadier General Jeremiah Liu Faransa, retired, alongside the Secretary of Service Commission, Mark M. Ishaku. The training was derived from the knowledge and insight gained during a recent workshop. The duo attended under the auspices of the prestigious National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies in Abuja. And in his opening remarks, Brigadier General Faransa emphasized the foundational role of responsible leadership, stating that true leadership begins at home and extends outwards to society at large. So it's a good one from the leadership to train their senior staff.
Yes, training and retraining is relevant to the growth of any organization. Whatever it is that they are pursuing, they will need training and retraining for them to succeed. So commendations to the fatigable chairman of Taraba Service.
He said something. He said something. Good leaders must be, that's the General Faransa. He said, good leaders must be willing to sacrifice personal interest for the collective good. And he encouraged leaders to maintain humility, remain steadfast, and relentlessly pursue the organizational goals despite any challenges or obstacles encountered along the way. And also, the Commissioner, Mark M. Ishaku, delivered an insight presentation covering several critical issues, including building resilient leader, varying leadership style, behavior, right instincts for effective leadership, and the vital role of accountability in governance. I think that's also a very good one. So, well, let's go to... okay, let's go to the Zulum leads Northeast Governor Tinubu request completion of 17 roads oil exploration. The Borno State Governor Babagana Umar Zulum led a delegation of Northeast governors to meet with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Wednesday. A meeting held at the presidential villa in Abuja focused on critical issues affecting the Northeast, including Taraba State, urgent completion of 17 vital road projects, and the resumption of oil exploration in frontier wells, particularly Kolmani and the Lake Chad wells. Other governors in attendance included Mohamed Inu Yahya of Gombe, Bala Mohamed of Bauchi, Mala Buni of Yobe, Ahmad Umar Finch of Adaman, Abu Kefas of Taraba. Yes, so I think this is a good one.
This is a good one. They didn't just stop after holding the meeting. They carried the message, the communique to the presidency, and that is a good one. It's good follow-up to their good intentions towards the states that they govern in the Northeast. Let's look forward to this translating into projects, those dreams and aspirations, the oil exploration that has been delayed in the Northeast, and other road constructions that connects the Northeast region to other parts of Nigeria. Let's see to it that these see the light of the day.
Okay, that's it. All we are going to take on Taraba News today. Is there any other story that may be of interest to you that you think we should?
Not really. If you're done, then we're done.
Okay. Well, that brings us to the end of this morning's edition of the Morning Show. And today we had a very, very wonderful one with our guest, Mr. Akinyelure Adebayo Ogunyeye from Idore, the famous Idore Hills. Where there are millions of monkeys there. Back then, I don't know if we've turned them all to bushmeat.
What's it called? This Ebola.
Okay, yeah. I doubt Ebola might have saved some of those monkeys because people stopped eating bush meat. And I want to thank everyone who has helped in ensuring this program went on well. The viewer, they're watching us, thank you very much. And also the studio manager on PRO, the PRO of Last Sunday Youth, Mr. Dominion.
I prefer to call him the planner.
The planner. Yeah. Not forgetting the master control operators, the Walu God Gift, and Mr. James Emmanuel, and the son of the prophet, Meshach Lazarus. And all the correspondents, Lillian Yakubu, Tessie Stones, Faith Apollos, and also our
capacity, not capacity Baba. Capacity Baba is
Faith Apollos. Yeah. Then also all the IT students that helped put together the reports we're doing the analysis today. And not forgetting our support staff, Ms. Victoria. Ms. Victoria.
The mother of our director.
Yeah, the mother of director. Yes, yes, and okay, and to the chief executive officer of Some TV, Chief Gabriel Lainka. Well, once again, thank you for the platform. My name is Abraham Manajoda. Good morning.